The Duck.
Back here at Siegel High School in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And we are about 2 hours away. I guess Mike Motor from a great football game here tonight at Siegel.
Speaking of great football games, Gary, I saw a really good game last night. Involved a gentleman we have on the line now, Coach Roger Perry at Mount Juliet. Coach, you with us?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Coach, good to talk to you today.
It's good to be on y'all's show. I always enjoy listening to you guys, and you do a great job.
Coach, you're always one of the first guys I want to call whenever we get one together. I did catch a game last night on TV. Lebanon actually come out, and I'm sure as you guys were surprised, but they were solid. Davis and Stewart going down, I think, really kind of took the wind out of themselves. Were you guys able to get out of there fairly healthy?
We were, and that's the blessing, because that was a very physical football game that you coach, Coach Harp, out of Danville, Kentucky, a man that I knew for many years. Won several state championships there. He's gonna get that Lebanon program going in the right direction. It already is, and we knew there'd be a lot of hype surrounding the game with Channel 30 televising it, and just the fact that it's Lebanon and Mount Juliet in the first game of the season, and good atmosphere for high school football, and it was tough starting out, but I think maybe our conditioning and our we always talk about the weight room, our strength program, and we think that made a big difference in the second half.
Coach, your son Trey takes over the helm for the Bears this year in his first season as head coach, in what we think arguably is one of the toughest districts in the state. You guys were able to reach the semifinals last year for the second consecutive time, losing to Whitehaven. Expectations are high again this season, with most people picking you in the top 5 preseason in 6A. How would you say this team stacks up to previous 2 years of Mount Juliet Bears football?
Well, a lot of times, when you have those successful seasons like that, especially back-to-back, those expectations are there. But one thing can summarize the Mount Juliet Bears this year is we got new players. We don't have those 2- and 3-year starters that we had. We got to start rebuilding that again. And we've got new coaches. There's only 2 coaches returning at their position. I did not coach a position as a head football coach, and now that Trey's taken over as head football coach, I had the title of Director of Football Operations, and on July the 3rd, our offensive coordinator showed up at my house to tell me that he's taking a job close to home. So Trey looks at me and, just asked Dad, will you?
It's hard to say no to the son, isn't it?
just dusted off the old playbook and got back in it.
Well, speaking of the old playbook, I think you guys started out with Chalbay not under center, and then he came in and showed that senior leadership and really got your offense moving. Kyle Smith looked really good last night. I was really impressed with him. He gets in the open field. He's pretty much off to the races. Who really stood out in your mind as having an exceptional game last night, other than obviously these 2 guys?
Sometimes, and we had a lot of rotation going on there in the backfield, and sometimes that's due to discipline, and sometimes it's just, one player might be better than another. But Chalbay's a junior. And,
okay. My mistake.
He's a junior, and also Kyle Smith, so we're excited about that. But we got Cortland Douglas started at halfback. He's a senior. Both of those guys got good speed. Both of them had, a couple long touchdown runs. And we got an experienced guy at the wingback position, Ben Cheatham. He is a senior, and he's an exceptional blocker. And Kyle Mahler's there at the fullback spot, and it's a pretty good backfield. We got some guys that can rotate in. Cole Sears at a wingback that's a senior, and Jahar Jackson, a sophomore. Anytime you can play a sophomore, 6A football, you got one to look forward to down the road.
Coach, as we said earlier about how tough and difficult your district is, not only to mention the traditional solid teams like Hendersonville, Gallatin Beach to contend with, you got teams like Wilson Central and Station Camp who appear to be going in the right direction as well. Who besides, everybody's picking you guys and Beach to be at the top of that district, but who else stands out in your mind as a team that would be a possible sleeper or somebody that's going to be tough to overcome during the season?
Well, I appreciate the fact that you recognize District 9 AAA is a very strong district, and
Yes, sir.
You look at the matchup, this weekend on ESPN, Station Camp and Beach. What two outstanding football teams right there, and I think Beach is picked to win our district. And you got Wilson Central here in Wilson County that is loaded with talent this year. Hendersonville, you better not ever count out Coach Hatfield. He just does he and I have known each other a long time. He's been in it a long time and does a great job. And Portland and Gallatin, all expected to have better football teams, and so it's going to be an interesting race. And I think with Jalen Hurd and experience and the success that Beach has had, I can understand why they picked them at the top. I don't understand why we're picked as high as we are, because what I said earlier, a lot of new players. We said to our football team today after the evaluation of film last night, we've made improvement, but we ain't made the type of improvement to continue to compete in 9 AAA. We just hope we do it real fast.
Coach, I'm not kissing up to you or anything, but I'd say the Perry dynasty over there, Coach, has probably got a whole lot to do with that being picked so high. You guys do an exceptional job over there.
Yes, sir.
All right, Gary.
Cut off or something?
Gary, are you guys back with us, Gary?
I think we're with you.
All right,
Are we with you?
Yeah, you got Coach right here still on the line. Something happened. All right, we got him back.
Yeah,
Well,
bring him on
Coach,
back. Coach.
I think we lost you, but I was just basically complimenting you guys on the job you do over there at Mount Juliet. I was leading into my next question. Beach with Jalen Hurd in the backfield, I would have to safely say he's going to be the toughest competition or the toughest one player you'll have to face this year. Is there any other individual players in that District 9 that you guys will have to pretty much game plan around, such as a Jalen Hurd?
Well, I think one reason that you've got the big game on Sunday with Station Camp and Beach is their wide receiver. And I might miss his name, but I think it's Josh Malone, big senior wide out that he'll go 6'3", probably 200 pounds. And he's a major college prospect also. I'm not good with names. There's a lot of talent in this district, and I mentioned Wilson Central earlier, and they feel like they might have one of the most talented teams they've had in quite some time.
Well, Coach, we're going to thank you for joining us today, and we wish you luck on the season.
Thank you, guys. I know it's an exciting night for high school football. Wish everybody
Well, you
the best.
remember the sidelines, state tournament time. Remember, we kind of had that deal.
Hey, tell Trey not to get offended with us not calling you, Coach. I got a personal relationship with you, and I really wanted to holler at you. No offense, Trey. We'll definitely be calling him next time. We didn't want to think he was overlooking him.
I appreciate you speaking with me. Matter of fact, we're here in the meetings, and I told him that I was going to be talking to you guys. I gave him my office, and I'm sitting out where his desk used to be, and he opened the door and invited me in and closed it. So he knows we're
That's
talking.
Respect.
Yeah. Well, Coach, good luck to you guys the rest of the season. We'll definitely be hollering back at you for the end of the year.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
Coach Roger Perry, Mount Juliet. And do we have Mark Lamb, Neil?
Gary, are you there, buddy?
I'm here, Mark Lamb. You got some breaking news from Shelbyville.
I don't know if it's breaking news, but Bubba D. McCullough, the athletic director, checked in with me and make sure that him and I, or Gary, or Troy and I would show up for the game tonight. And so I'm.
If you're getting paid, you'll show up.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I was talking to him about the upcoming season, and I didn't know this, but Shelby played 2 scrimmage games. Of course, I don't know how much stock you can put into scrimmage games, but Shelby played Mount Juliet, and they played Gallatin, and they won both scrimmage games.
You just didn't come to the right source, Mark. We could have told you that.
Well, the thing about that is, after hearing that, and with Dallas Tasselman, as their main running back at 5'10" or so, 235 pounds, and the Cunningham kid at quarterback, I believe the expectations are kind of high at Shelbyville this year.
Hey, Mark, when's the last time Shelbyville didn't have a Castleman on that football team?
Well, that's true.
1920.
That's true.
Mark, good luck at Shelbyville tonight.
Well, I appreciate that, Gary, and I'll see you in the morning. And, Michael, you do a great job, and you tell Gary to give you a raise.
Yeah, nothing
Zero,
from nothing
zero
leaves
plus
nothing.
zero.
Yes,
Okay.
Negotiation.
Thanks a lot, Mark, for the comments.
Hey,
Thanks,
listen,
Mark.
y'all
Good
have
luck
fun.
tonight.
You're doing a great job. See you tomorrow.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
buddy.
Bye-bye.
I guess we'll go to a break at this point. We'll come back with our interview with Coach Greg Wyant.